Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Divinely Transformed. My name is Lisa, and whether you're new or returning, I am glad that you're here. Welcome to your daily reading. Yeah, I'm not going to say the date. It's so tempting. I want to so bad because I've been doing it for years. Well, for a very long time repetitively. But anyhow, here is your daily reading for today. I had to take a break yesterday. Usually on Mondays I am exhausted and I just really focused on myself, my self-care, cleaning my apartment. I spent some time with my son. I just had to focus on me. I'm so glad I did pre-record those videos and I released them for y'all because I had a feeling I wasn't doing anything today or yesterday. So here I am today with your daily reading. Before I get started with the reading, and it's going to be very different today. Let me remind y'all that this is a general public reading and that some, none, or all of it may apply to your situation. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. Also keep in mind that time is fluid and not linear, which means that for each person watching, that means this could have already happened, this could be happening right now, or this could happen in the future. And also keep in mind that we all have free will to change the outcome of any reading at any time for any reason. Then we would just get blessings or karma accordingly, and then we would just deal with it for better or for worse. So, this is a reading about a King of Cups in the reverse. King of Cups in the reverse is someone who is emotionally unavailable for love. This is someone who has had an opportunity for it, but they have made themselves emotionally unavailable to love. And people do this in a variety of ways. They could hide behind player ways. They could hide behind marriages that are unfulfilling. Each masculine is different. And this is emotional suppression. Emotional suppression is a form of self-abuse. Self-abuse is a form of soul suppression. If you're a masculine who has Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio in your sun, moon, or rising, and you have been emotionally distant, emotionally unavailable, emotionally secretive, due to immaturity and or children. But I'm getting that this is both. This is not going to be an or situation. This is an immature response about children. Someone detaching from their emotions, from their soul, because of children. But it's immature, it's childish, The Page of Cups in the reverse is someone who apologizes all the time or who apologizes too much. Either way, their behavior is unchanged. This could be a child, this could be anybody. This could be multiple people. But ultimately, this is a reflection of yourself. King of Cups reverse. Because clarifying the Page of Cups reversed is the Four of Cups reversed. Four of Cups reverse is all about no longer suppressing your emotions, your soul, what you want, who you are. This is no longer rejecting that missed opportunity here that the divine's been trying to give you, that you've been distracting yourself with unhappiness. These Three of Cups in the reverse, you've just been really, really, really focused on how unhappy you've been. And behind the Four of Cups reverse is the Ten of Cups in the reverse. Ten of Cups in the reverse is unhappiness within your home and family, discontentment within your home and family. Clarifying the Ten of Cups in the reverse is the Hermit reverse. You feel lonely and isolated and unhappy and alone in your home and family and discontent. And this is all you've been focused on. Here we go again. Here's another day. Another day of misery. Another day that you know another day that you know better too, with the Sun, with the Seven of Cups in the reverse. Seven of Cups in the reverse is seeing things very clearly. Having clarity. A lot of clarity. This could be a time where we are in Leo season now. This could be a person. This could be an aspect within yourself. This could be all of the above. You could be realizing you want a child with somebody. Because the Sun, this is somebody who's very youthful. They want children, or they have children, or whatever. You're very clear, okay? The Sun is the happiest card in the deck. This is illumination. But you're not happy. So this Sun is illumination and clarity. Well, if you're unhappy and lonely within your home and family, and continuing to stay stuck in it, for someone else's pleasure, Nine of Cups. Because this isn't yours, you get the Ten of Cups in the reverse. Someone's greedy and selfish. Someone who only wants to bring death to you. really hard to believe that these people could be planted in your homes, in your lives, in your bed. Whatever. But they're there. Callie doing that death dance on your ass. You providing this person, these people's wishes. While they continue to be unstable with the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. This is someone who is extremely greedy. Very selfish. And you serving this person only, kills you more and more inside. Emotionally. Within your soul. King of Cups in the reverse. It's really time to bring an end to serving the selfishness. You're not happy. Why are you sacrificing your emotions for someone who is basically only trying to kill you? Suck the life out of you. Take your energy. Your life force. Until you die. Until you have nothing left to give. So we already talked about this Two of Pentacles in the reverse. We're going to talk a little bit more about it. This person's extremely unstable and unbalanced. And not to mention, they're in poverty because they're very greedy and selfish, and they spend a lot of money. A lot of your money. And this isn't just about money, because Pentacles is everything tangible. Everything, anything that you can taste, touch, or feel. This is like energy. This is, and money is energy. It's just a form of energy. Emotions. Clarifying the Two of Pentacles in the reverse is the Six of Wands in the reverse. There's no victory, no success, and no public victory here. There's only public humiliation and embarrassment here with this person. And is bringing all this onto you. It's time to bring a change to it before it changes you. It's already changed a lot about you. Living in unhappiness and loneliness and solitude in secret. This is like a self-worth issue. It's like you're afraid to speak up because you don't feel like you're worthy of anything else. You're not learning that valuable soul lesson by staying unhappy here. You're not called to be miserable. Where is your happiness? Because when you are happy, that is soul growth. Look at this. Look at this dude's flashlight. Point it up at the Ten of Cups. You know exactly where your Ten of Cups is because you spy on the person that makes you happy. You secretly watch from the darkness, from your despair. You were programmed to not speak about your emotions. You were programmed not to rock the boat. But that's all toxic. That's all to keep toxic cycles continuing. That's all to keep you continuing to be unhappy, continuing to suppress your emotions. For someone who isn't even on your level. I really think that this is the karmic. And it is about children, yes. But this is like the karmic in an indirect way. This is the karmic is basically another child. Except they know better. And they don't care. And they're being secretive and they're being manipulative. And they're getting their way. They're getting away with murder. Unapologetically. They don't care. Because their behavior remains unchanged. Very childish and immature. Very thoughtless. And they either apologize all the time or they never apologize. And the behavior continues. But you know better. This person knows better too. They just can't grow up. You're already grown up. You're just suppressing yourself for this person. Because of toxic bonds. Your toxic programming. Behavioral patterns that you've been repeating all your life. Knight of Pentacles. Because the Knight of Pentacles talks about, the energies that take the longest in your life. To evolve and, it's long time. Pentacles is long time. Earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If you think about finance and you have a credit card payment, you make payments every month over years, a long time. Small investments over a long period of time. That's like an example of positive investments that occur over a long period of time. But we have a lot of bullshit that we invest in over a long period of time too, that we need to learn how to uninvest in. Specifically, what's taken you a long time here to invest in here is your King of Wands energy really coming into your own, into your full confidence. Whether you have Leo in your chart or not is irrelevant. You can have any other fire sign in your chart. Fire signs are all confident. Well, they're all supposed to be confident. Whenever we're anybody that has an element of fire in their chart, whenever they have self-esteem and they have self-value and self-worth, whenever we feel good about ourselves, we have confidence. And then we also have the Page of Wands here too. So I'm getting here that it's taken you a long time to speak something from your heart, something about loyalty, something about forgiveness, something that, something that you need to say, Page of Wands. About loyalty, forgiveness, compassion, inner strength, courage, integrity. And confidence. To approach someone like this, to say something to them. But you're the King of Wands. You don't need to feel like the Page of Wands. You have all the confidence within you to talk about the things that are on your mind and on your heart. And not just, hi, how you doing? Here you go, whatever. The next card out is the Three of Cups. This is the card of feeling happy and wanting to celebrate at least. And this is somebody who you want to celebrate with, someone who you feel happy and you want to celebrate with. A Queen of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, anywhere in your chart. And every time you're around this person, and you've been around this person for a while now, some kind of months or years with the Knight of Pentacles here, and every time you're around this person, it make you feel happy. There's a reason to celebrate here. There's a lot of happiness, there's a lot of loyalty, there's a lot of stability, a lot of caring, and a lot of compassion and empathy and hard work here and fun. Hard work and fun. This is like the balance between responsibility and having fun. This person's having fun and celebrated by other people. But you're not. You're unhappy, you're discontent about your home and family situation, and you feel lonely and isolated. You're stunting your own spiritual growth by staying stuck in unhappiness, especially when you know better. When you're very, very clear and very illuminated. King of Cups reversed. Because you have been so focused on Six of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Wands reversed. Look how ridiculous this is. Six of Pentacles in the reverse is giving too much or taking too much. So take it how it resonates for you. You're either giving too much. You're giving too much to a situation that's making you unhappy and lonely. Period. And this is what you're fighting for. Look at his face. Yeah, you're like so determined to continue to give to a situation that is not making you happy, will never make you happy. But you just keep on giving. And this is who you keep giving to. Nine of Swords reverse, Five of Cups reverse, and the Queen of Wands reverse. This is someone who's terrible. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Well, basically, they're a hoe. They spread it all around. And I'm still hearing prostitute. A karmic prostitute. Posing as something else. Because this person has a sexual addiction. They will always be having sex with someone else other than you. They can't control that sexual energy of theirs. Just like they can't control their rage. And they can't control their addiction to doing spell work. They do this without guilt, without shame, without remorse, without any sadness. They don't have any worries either with the Nine of Swords in the reverse. They go and they have sex with whoever they want. They go and they do all this spell work and they don't care. They don't worry about it. They don't worry about who they're abusing and who they're manipulating and who they're violating next. This narcissistic drama queen will never tell you how fearful they are inside. And just how unattractive they feel inside. They have a complete lack of confidence. But they have a complete lack of remorse here. This is a mental health condition. This is narcissistic personality disorder, at least. If not, it probably with bipolar disorder too, because, I mean, this is someone who could potentially be very dangerous. Like fatal attraction kind of shit, ultimately. And this is the person that you've been invested in. They sit there and they're very high maintenance. They have a very long list that needs satisfied. And the more you give to the situation, the more depleted you feel. Makes you feel more and more like shit. Because this person ain't giving you anything but negativity, grief, and all lower energy stuff. Lies, manipulation, deceit, bullshit. You know all this. You see it all very clearly. But yet you haven't said anything. It's time to stop serving this person hand and foot. They will never be happy with anything. They will take everything that you give and they will share it with others. They share your money with others. They share your sex with others. Or their sex with others. You serving this person is ultimately what's killing you. You being so determined to give, and get nothing in return, because the Six of Pentacles in the reverse is a lack of reciprocation. So the more you give to this person, they're sitting there like this, getting their desires met by you here, but this is really what's happening to you. Slowly killing you. Kali death dance. This isn't what you want. It's slowly killing you to do this. You're abusing yourself. You're putting yourself in harm's way for another person who doesn't have any guilt, any shame, any remorse, or any regret. And they don't worry, have any anxiety about doing all the shit that they do. All the lies, all the deceit, all the black magic, all the sex magic, all the cheating, all the prostitution, all of the anger and the violent outrages and the violent outbursts. They can't control their rage or their sexual energy or their urge to do black magic and all that stuff. And they do this, they don't care about anybody's feelings, especially not yours. So why are you so strongly giving to someone who really just is just greedy and selfish? And they're just a fucking snake without remorse behind your back. I'm hearing something about misdirection, drama queen. So whenever this person gets caught, gets exposed, gets caught up in some kind of whatever, secret, some kind of lie, the first thing that they do is they do something extremely dramatic that is just like so over the top, and is just like, it causes so much of a distraction that it's all about that distraction, and it takes the focus off the issue at hand, and the issue at hand never gets discussed, because every time it gets brought up, it's, oh my God! Yeah. And whatever crazy shit happens. I could only imagine. At one time, I was a Queen of Wands in reverse myself. I can only imagine. I'd rather not. But seriously, they do everything that they do, and they don't care about your feelings or anyone else's. They have no regret and no remorse. No anxiety. You don't lose any sleep over the shit that they do. They don't lose any sleep. They have no conscience. They will always do this shit. This is someone who behaves very badly and uses their body in a seductive way to get whatever they want. You see this person for exactly who they are. But it's all about saying something. That's the hardest part for you. Five of Pentacles reversed. At the bottom of the deck is a Nine of Cups. And the top of the deck is the Tower reverse. It's all about the talking. Because your advice here is to stop ignoring your wish fulfillment here. Something that is ending, and it still has a foundation here. This person, it's not about what this person's Nine of Cups is, because this person's heart is rotten. Your heart is not rotten. You've been giving to this person unconditionally for way too long. You've forgotten about yourself. Codependency is basically the deficit of self-love. It means that you don't love yourself. Your actions prove it. You're constantly nurturing and taking care of people who aren't nurturing and taking care of you, while suppressing your own emotions, your wishes, your desires. What about you? You've been giving to this person for years, and they still haven't grown up and changed. You've outgrown them. Yes, you love them. There is a bond here. But it's not the same. It's very toxic. It's not loving. Neither one of you love each other. This is a toxic codependent bond where two people do not have self-love for their person. And it's obvious. Because whenever a person loves themselves, they're not staying unhappy and lonely and discontent in home and family situations after they see very clearly what's going on, what's been going on, and what is what. You see the forest for the trees. You see that this person is just like another child. It's not your job to raise this person. You have really done that for far too long. They're not growing. They're staying stuck in this childish energy. Thinking they can just do whatever they want to do. Live in this privileged life. But all the while, just being so scandalous without regret and remorse and not losing any sleep and not having any anxiety over it. Just this person does the most horrible shit and does not have a conscience about it. They keep all of those secrets. Just so they can continue to receive. Because you're so hell-bent on giving and giving and giving and giving. Look at this. This bitch is not happy. You're just turning them more and more into a brat. What do you do with a brat? You take away their toys. Cut it off. This is what you're supposed to do with bratty children, too. But we often we often are so codependent on having the love of our children that we don't want to go too hard on them. Especially if their behavior is bad. Very selfish and very greedy. We want them to love us. So we allow them to be selfish and greedy while they secretly behind everyone's back do this shady shit. What is the advice? Follow your heart. Because where you are, you're just losing. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. You need to find your strength, your courage. Because you're stuck. At the top of the deck is a Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. The bottom line is until you find your strength to stop giving to this situation and start aligning yourself with what makes you happy. Your spiritual growth is incomplete. You do not become the emperor if you're staying stuck in a marriage, in a home situation, in a family situation that you're unhappy, discontent, and lonely in. This person makes you feel like this because they are wounded. They do this on purpose to condition you. It takes courage. It takes inner strength to love yourself enough to say, hey, I fucking deserve better than all of this. Than all of this. I'm not giving anymore. Because this other person's happiness is your misery. What's divine about misery? Nothing. Oh, it just matters what you're suffering for. No. You shouldn't be suffering for anything. No one should be suffering for even a belief system. It's about tapping into your inner strength, your courage, your confidence. But above all, this is about forgiving yourself for staying stuck. This is forgiving the other person for not growing up with you, for staying stuck in the past, for staying stuck to their ways that, they're just still very childish. Forgive them too. But have the inner strength to know that you deserve better. And y'all even know where this better is. And I'm getting that for some of you, that where y'all know where your happiness is. You're completely intimidated by them. You show the world that you're confident, but really you're just an imposter, because this person intimidates you, and you've been working up the courage for a long time to talk to them, and really all you can get out is page of wands, small talk. some of y'all have like the core wounding of needing to overcome the urge to suppress your own truth, to stick up for yourselves, to say what you want. Because y'all come into this world a people pleaser. You can do things very easily, and you freely do them, and so a lot of people that can't do what you can do are attracted to you. They live off of you. They mooch off of your energy, your light, and your like all of that. And they essentially use you, enslave you, and keep you bound to them with toxic ego love, manipulation, the shadow side, using money and children as like blackmail against you, or whatever. It could be anything else. Those are just the main ones. They had no right to do that. And you really just need to let it go. They've betrayed you so many times. Over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And they will continue to do so until you cut it off and let them go, so they can't do this to you anymore. But you keep letting them back in. You keep feeling sorry for them. You'll ignore them for a while, and then you pay attention to them again. So they're back to their bullshit. Whether you know about it or not. They're always up to bullshit. And if you work a lot, you don't know what they're doing when you're working. No, you don't. They have lots of time on their hands. Hold on a second. We're gonna get into some tea here. Archangel Michael, what does the karmic feminine do while the divine masculine is at work? Well, the divine masculine who needs to step into their divinity by speaking their truth, by releasing this shit, standing up for themselves, because you haven't been saying shit. What is the karmic feminine doing when you're at work? Spilling the tea, spilling the tea. What is the karmic feminine doing while the divine masculine is at work? At the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords in the reverse. They're counting on you to not say shit. Because they're not saying shit. They're hiding behind the moon. The karmic. They're a liar. Everything that they do is concealed by the moon. All of their manipulation. All of their slander, all of their gossip, all of their treachery, all of the things that they withhold. They withhold a lot. Oh, yeah. So we have 4 cards that came out. We have the 6 of Cups reversed with the 8 of Cups. And we have the Page of Wands reversed with the Tower. Yeah. Top and the bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles reverse. This codependent person, very needy, financially needy and greedy, codependent. They betray you every time. So we have the Six of Cups in the reverse. This is someone who has deep-seated childhood wounds. Their behaviors, they've been doing them since forever. They've learned them from the environment that they were raised in. Eight of Cups. This is about a need to turn your back on this person and walk away from them. Because you can't heal them. They need to do that themselves. They're completely unwilling to do that. You're not helping the situation. The only thing you can do is leave, because nothing you're doing is helping. This person's always going to be in the reverse. Yeah. They ain't going to want to hear it. Page of Wands in the reverse. With the Tower. Sudden upheaval. The shocking surprise. They ain't going to want to hear it. And this is a Tower for them. But you need to do what's best for you. This person's clearly not even looking out for their own best interest. They don't know what their own best interest is. They don't have any boundaries because they don't know what they are. You need to set boundaries with this person. It is not okay for them to treat you like this, period. Heavy on the Scorpio energy, heavy on the Cancer energy. And it's really just, yeah, they're not gonna, the karmic is not going to want to hear it and experience it, but it's the only way. Because you can't keep your happiness suppressed for a person who refuses to change, who refuses to grow up. The Page of Cups in the reverse. Someone who refuses to change, who refuses to grow up, who is extremely immature, unrepentant. Their behavior is unchanged. But they'll either apologize all the time or they'll never apologize. Either way, that shit hurts. They're not losing any sleep over it with the Nine of Swords in the reverse. The more you keep feeding into them, that's their wheel of fortune. And they're definitely unapologetic and not losing any sleep about using children as blackmail to gain their fortune and stability. At the top of the deck is the Emperor, and the bottom of the deck is the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. The only thing that can be done about this is for you to man up into your divine Emperor energy and release this person that you have been clinging so tightly onto, giving all this shit to them. They're never going to change. You stepping into your divinity means letting them go. You don't deserve to raise another child with someone that is supposed to be your partner. You will never be in true emperor energy with a person like that, because they will always drain you. You will be the only one standing, and you will always be the emperor in reverse. Not in your power and divinity. Not in your authenticity. And you will lose energy and health dealing with this person more and more the more you continue to deal with them. I know that you're sad over breaking this long time connection up, but there is no love here. There is no harmony. There is no balance. There is no joy. It is just nothing but negative energy. And yes, you have a lot of unhappiness and depression and guilt and shame and remorse about ending this, because you really want to heal this person, but you can't. They have to do this themselves. They see you as the star. They want you to be the star. But really, you're not healing them. You are enabling them. It's like the longer you keep giving to this person, the longer that you keep providing to this person, it just gives them a little bit, it gives them just enough energy for them to just keep doing what they're doing, but not enough for them to stop. They're never going to stop. You see this person as inspiring because they always have the right words to say. But you really just have to accept that they're not loving, they're not caring, they're not nurturing. They don't love themselves. So therefore they cannot love anyone else. They might be inspiring, but they're not loving, they're not caring, they're not giving. You know this person by how they behave and respond. Are they patient? Are they giving? Are they it's the fruits of the spirit. Like, are they kind? Are they loving? Are they giving? Are they compassionate? Do they tell the truth? But they're the opposite of all the fruits of the spirit. It's time to see below the surface. They might be pretty and they might be inspiring. They might look the part. But they're an actor playing a role. This is what you need to get adamant about. Your King of Swords in the upright. What's true for you? Because this shit ain't working for you. This person's never going to change. They're never going to get better. The more you keep giving to the situation, the worse they behave. So it's time for you to be in your truth and your authenticity. This is how you become the emperor. You are all four kings. You're very clear about what it is that you want and what you don't want. And now it's time for you to speak up. I know you're a wounded warrior. I know you're tired. I know that this karmic is putting you through hell. but they're counting on keeping your voice and your truth suppressed. It is time for you to be determined. To create these boundaries. Say what you need to say and create those stiff boundaries. How do you do that? Leaving and blocking. You're not happy in a situation, you need to say so. You're happy in another situation, you need to say so there. But you have a complex about it. You're very insecure about speaking the truth, about creating boundaries, about standing up for yourself by using your words to defend yourself. You prefer to stay in silence to defend yourself, and that is not a self-defense. It just keeps things under the radar, under the surface. I understand this well because my whole life I suppressed saying everything that made me unhappy in my closest situations because I didn't want to lose these people because I loved them. They were being so demanding, so unloving, and so abusive and so toxic to me. And yet, I didn't say anything. Just pretend this is the Queen of Swords. I didn't say anything. I never said anything. I kept my emotions and my thoughts suppressed for years. And I finally found myself blowing the fuck up in my mid-20s. Because I have really been suppressing how I felt about everyone who I loved who has been hurting me forever. You shut up to get along. But that just makes you extremely unhappy. And it's suppressing yourself. You need to be honest about how people make you feel. Especially when people do shit to hurt you unapologetically over and over and over and over and over again, just to betray you for whatever it is that they want from you. And you're completely aware of how the whole dynamic is. You see it all in the 3D. You have all of the proof that you need to know that this person hides a very, very treacherous person underneath. They pretend to be sweet, loving, caring, and inspiring, but they are nasty, negative, treacherous, malicious. I believe this person will go so far as to use religion to control people. This person always wants to be the center of attention. They have a secret urge and desire to be famous and the public eye, to get public recognition. But they're very intellectual about emotions, but they're not really feeling the emotions that they're being intellectual about. So they're an imposter. They say all this shit, but it just sounds nice. They really just keep secrets and lie and manipulate and just keep everything below the surface and fuck with people's subconscious with what's being hidden, what's not being said, what's not being done in the open. There's a lot of things that are being done at night, and when your back is turned to this person. And this is their agenda. Betrayal. Pain. Hurt. And it's all because they're codependent and they're financially unstable. This person's extremely treacherous and they pretend to be someone that they're not. And you're completely aware of this person. They present one way to the public and a complete different way in private. They're not loving, caring, nurturing, giving, or compassionate towards anybody. They're very judgmental, logical, cerebral, critical, harsh as fuck, heartless. The things that they say cut and hurt deeply. Why? Because they don't have a heart. Their heart chakra is completely fucking blocked. This person does all this shit. Lies, manipulation, using silence as a weapon. Inaction, misdirection, projection, illusions, lies, delusions, fantasies, seduction, and all the while, they don't give no fucks. They're completely unapologetic. They always do the same shit. So what are you going to do? I say it's time for you to turn that King of Swords right side up and step into your divinity. I'd say that you'd given to this person for far too long. I'd say that they've abused your trust, your kindness, your protection, etc. for far too long. It's time for you to say, I'm finished with this shit. I'm done. All these years, your behavior has remained unchanged. It's still the same. It's getting worse because, like, you're just set into that behavior, you need to make that known. You grew up, they didn't. You need to say so. Step into your divinity. And 8 of Cups, emotionally and physically, walk away from this person who's just very toxic, very cold, very calculating. Very heartless. They're very narcissistic. They'll say whatever it is that they need to say to keep you wounded, to keep you insecure, to keep you silent. That's what they've been doing all this time. And that's what they'll continue to do for as long as you allow them to do it. The Wheel of Fortune will turn in your favor drastically. More than you ever expected or anything in your life. But it only comes after you walk away from a situation. But it takes standing up for yourself, being bold, being firm about your boundaries instead of willy-nilly. This is about, I'm no longer just going to sleep on the couch. I'm just leaving, or you're just leaving. Let's clarify this 8 of Cups. Put all these cards back in the deck. We'll try to get a little bit more tea on who's actually doing the moving. Who is doing the actual moving? Is the karmic getting kicked out? Or is the divine masculine leaving? Well, the 2 of Swords came out in the reverse, so a decision's been made. Nine of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Strength in the reverse. Looks like it's karmic that's leaving. Strength in reverse. It's either decided that they're leaving, or it's you've decided that they're leaving, or the angels have decided that they need to leave the home. Because 9 of Cups in the reverse, they're unhappy, they're low vibrational, they're very miserable, and they've been making you that way, and you've been very disappointed and unhappy with this person for a very long time with the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, because they refuse to forgive. They don't have any compassion. They don't have any courage, any inner strength or morals or anything. They're very weak-willed with their emotions and their sexual energy. They have a victim mentality. Everything is everyone else's fault. They're always pointing fingers at everyone else. They have a refusal to forgive. And it's their choice. It is a conscious decision that they make to be unforgiving and uncompassionate, and to be full of drama when it comes to being exposed for their lies and shit. Yeah. Ace of Wands in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. You're not attracted to this person. You're not having sex with this person. And the top of the deck is the Five of Wands at the top of the deck. There's fights about that. This person wants to have sex. You don't want to. And there's fights about that. There's conflict about it. It just needs to end. There's a reason why you don't want to have sex with this person. It needs to end. The top of the deck is the King of Pentacles in the reverse. This can only be ended by you calling for that divorce to rescind your financial protection, your stability, to rescind your commitment and rescind giving that money. You need to stand up for yourself and for love. Seven of Wands, Ace of Cups. You've been fighting against it. You need to fight for it. It's time for you to learn something new and move out of this tumultuous situation that you're in. You know it's tumultuous because all you're doing is fighting. Everything's been exposed to you with the Seven of Swords in the reverse and the Ten of Cups in the reverse, and you're extremely unhappy about it. You even had time to heal your heart over it, because you've been feeling very obligated to this. But, you know, it's really just, it's time to let it go. And this is who you love. This is you love someone else, you're attracted to someone else. It says your divine counterpart. This is a brand new beginning in unconditional love. It's peaceful love. It's giving love. It's so unconditional. It's not like what you're used to. This karmic has had nothing but conditional love for you. And so did pretty much everyone in your life. But if you don't follow your love and your passions and all of that, how will you know? But you can't have, both of these lives. This old life that needs to come to an end, that's making you miserable. It just needs to come to an end. That phase of your life is complete. Nothing more can grow of the situation. All that can happen now is loss and pain and betrayal. This is what you're being offered. It's a very spiritual, very high vibrational, very divine love. Full of happiness, full of adventure, full of excitement, creativity, passion, purpose. Because there's a lot of reciprocity here. This person is loving, caring, giving, and nurturing. And they work very hard to do it. This is the kind of person that you want. Someone who's very psychic and intuitive, spiritual, But it's all about the greatest gift of all. Unconditional love. And you can only find it within yourself. That's what my channel is all about. Having y'all find this within yourself. So that you know what you're worthy of. And what you're not worthy of. So you can make choices that keep you protected from people who just want to take advantage of you and use you and just take from you and abuse you. In order to keep this peace, because this dove is all about peacefulness and unconditional love. It's very pure. This love, it never ends. You can't be around people who fuck with you and maintain this energy. You just can't, because they will beat it out of you. They will steal it from you. And they will give it to other people. So why not just stand up? Take a stand for you. It's time to take a stand. It's time to liberate yourself. Let's put an end to this shit. All you need to say is, I want a divorce. All these years and you haven't grown up yet. It's a Guns N' Roses song. All these years and you haven't grown up yet. I don't remember the name of the song, I'm sorry, but it's on one of the Use Your Illusion albums. You Could Be Mine. Yes, that's the name of the song. With your bitch slap rapping and your cocaine tongue, you get nothing done. But that's not the important part of the song. It's like I think it was something about the song, you've been with this person for like 14 years or just like a really fucking long ass period of time. And they're still doing the same shit that they were doing back then. And it's been all these years later and they haven't grown up yet. You could be mine, but you're way out of line. You're just a bitch. You have your addictions, and whenever you get into these toxic patterns, you get nothing done. You could be mine, but you're not getting anything done here. So, it's 5 years is forever and you haven't grown up yet. But still, it's whatever kind of years it is. It's ridiculous. Because every 5 to 10 years, most people change in some type of way. They're supposed to. Normal and healthy people are supposed to change a little bit in some kind of way between 5 to 10 years. When a person hasn't changed for many, many years, their growth is stunted. Which means that the only healthy and logical thing to do, that the only thing that you're left being able to do is walk away from their asses. Because it's the only way you're going to be able to have any inner peace. Because this is the kind of person who just wants to fuss and holler and fight and do all kinds of shit for attention, for a distraction, to completely waste your time, to completely waste everybody's time and energy. How long are you going to continue to keep doing that? Until you've just gotten sick of it and you just turn your back to it and you're just fucking done. You can't help it when someone's not doing their part in a relationship. You definitely can't help it that you're not attracted to this person anymore. You can't force that. There's a reason for it. You know what needs to be done. You just need to speak up. You need to create this change because this person doesn't want this change to happen. Because they refuse to grow up. The only thing you can do to help this person is stop doing what you're doing and leave them behind permanently. Holy Spirit, what was the final guidance for today? For my masculines wanting to step into their divine energy. Please and thank you. I was in the reverse. Yeah. This is the death card. It's in the reverse. You keep hanging on to a situation that is dead. There is no growth here. Yeah. And you're hanging on to a situation where there is no love. You're insecure about love, and so you've been refusing it. Love is not going to hurt you. This person will always hurt you. You have this illusion of safety because of your history. Well, I tell you, you're being distracted by the devil here. You're the emperor, they're the devil. Who's more powerful? I'm sorry. The emperor trumps the devil every time. And this is not the emperor and devil energy, because if it was, this emperor would be in the fucking reverse. This is two separate energies. This is the karmic energy that doesn't want to let go of you. Using children to keep you stuck so you can keep giving them money. Because why? Because you're the emperor. You've got the money to give. But this person's betraying you. You really need to end this situation. All this person does is betray you and want forgiveness. Constantly. That has been a repetitive pattern. It will not change. It will worsen. It will only worsen. So instead of you giving an umpteenth chance to this bullshit, why don't you just fucking say, I'm just going to make a really good logical decision, and I'm just going to say, I'm ending this toxic situation here because I'm the fucking emperor. Emperors have power over all immaturity. Use your authority wisely. What's on the top of the deck of that? Oh, yeah. Look at this. Leave them out in the cold where they belong. You're already ignoring them. Put them in poverty. They're not sorry. They're never sorry. They won't grow up. They'll always do the same shit over and over and over and over and over again. Whether they refuse to apologize or apologize all the time. They're destined to a life of poverty. Leave them to it. But you're just lonely in your own home. And that is not an emperor in their divinity. Two of Wands in the reverse with the Six of Pentacles here. You went the wrong way in life. You're not making the right choices when it comes to reciprocity. When you give, you must also receive. This person is just doing spell work on you for money. You know this. This person's very unstable in all of their ways. Emotionally, sexually, and financially. Out of balance. And you've been in this hangman state to speak your truth. It's only a matter of time before you're going to say something. This is you stepping into your divinity. I will not take it anymore. I want a divorce. This is over. I'm finished. I know what makes me happy. I'm not holding on to this anymore because you're holding on to a dead situation, Emperor. It's time to end it. You're resisting change. The universe is forcing it. All you need to do is speak up and block this karmic and anyone that sides with them. Because they don't want to see you happy. They want to keep abusing you on this tree. Keep you silently unhappy and lonely within your own home. Resisting your spiritual transformation. You're changed on the inside. It's time for you to be your new self. It's going to be different. It's going to offend people. It's going to create a lot of changes. But it'll be so much better when you do, because you'll be happier and freer for it. I was is linked to the yew tree, which is in the Germanic world is associated with death. We all fear death. We all fear change. I think you fear change a little bit more than most. But you have to stand up for yourself. You have to say what's right for you. The things that you're hiding. The things that make you unhappy. Because this karmic is a skeleton that's tormenting the shit out of you. And the card was in the reverse, so you're allowing it to happen. You appear to be quite strong. You should be able to free yourself. But it's the ties that bind. The emotional ties that bind. This card speaks to us of inner strength and the efforts we must undertake to achieve radical and painful changes, as well as defend ourselves against attacks. This is a radical and painful change of you defending yourself against the attacks of this karmic, and they're attacking you all the time because the Knight of Swords is in the reverse. Whether they're doing it to your face or they're doing it to you with spell work, they're still lying and manipulating and doing black magic and spell work. They're doing it all. And this karmic is very much in their dark side, pulling out all the stops to keep you stuck and trapped in your misery there. All of us have a dark side. But not all of us operate 100% in it. This karmic absolutely operates 100% in it. You operate in like a toxic goodness part of you. You really need to be healthy and stand up for yourself, what you know is right. You know this karmic is treating you like shit. You know you deserve better. You know that you've given far less than you've received back. You know that this situation's not fair. It is time to be honest about that. About how your needs are not getting met. Emotionally, physically, sexually, financially, logically, like intellectually, I mean, like all of the above. Your needs are not getting met where you're at. You need to say something. Being silent and not doing anything about it is not helping you or anybody else. We need to get to the root of ourselves. You already know. You're completely enlightened. It's just all about saying and taking that action. It's speaking your truth. Let's think about our ability to defend ourselves from the attacks of others. How much do we know ourselves and our self-destructive tendencies? You know this so much more about yourself now more than ever. You keep silent. And your silence is self-destructive. And you do this when you are attacked. You clam up. You go silent. You don't say shit. You just let it happen. You sweep it under the rug. You don't stick up for yourself. And if you do, it's not enough. It's time to stop being a doormat. It's time to be strong, courageous, introspective, to examine and overcome your deepest fears. So that's what I have for y'all. Thank y'all for supporting my work and my channel and all the ways that y'all do. I appreciate y'all so very much. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I have lots more videos to put out, so I'll be talking to y'all soon. Thanks.